This is how it is today. This is how it is today on Pop Culture Minefield. This is how it is. This is how it is. Today on Pop Culture Minefield. Today on Pop Culture Minefield.
By golly G, it's Saturday, and we're here to talk about a little bit of movie. Where's that muscly on board?
Oh my god. Man, your hair is
Used to put some good
nerve
news.
wracking.
I wish I could whistle like him. Yeah, I sure could use some good news. Call me a pugly son of a bitch. Today we're going to be talking about the classic film True Lies. Unknown to a lot of people, it's actually a remake. It's a remake of a French film that came out, I think, in the 70s or 80s. I can't remember. Let me see if I can find the original film. Connections. Let's see. There we go. Connections.
God bless you.
I was laughing and trying to keep it
Oh.
in.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that noise was.
Oh, was that a sneeze?
No, that was me holding back a laugh.
Oh.
That was Shanetsky trying not to explode because we don't die live on the show. Only Gary's allowed to do that.
It's him holding his
40
brains in.
Hi, Penny.
Well, we have Penny.
The original film. Oh, it actually was a 1991 French film called La Totale, and it's very similar thematically, but there are quite a few differences. But there's one specific thing that is in both films that they kept in there, which we'll mention it later when it pops up. And it's one of, as dumb as it is, because Martin and I talked about before the show, it's not how weapons work, but it's still fucking funny. Actually, it comes close to something FBI agent friend of mine, when I was first writing St. Thomas back in the 80s, and I wanted a scene where there was no way to make your way into this room. So what would you do? And he said, I would probably take something like a Mac 10 or Mac 11, and I would tie the trigger housing down and lock the bolt back, and then drop the weapon down into the middle of the room with the bad guys and the hostages. The hostages would all be sitting down or laying down, whereas the bad guys would all be standing up. And when you drop it, the hammer, the
Firing pin.
charging handle closes, and because the trigger's already pulled, it will fire, and it'll begin to fire full automatic. And what it does is it finds a focal point on one end of the gun, which is usually the very end of the gun. The barrel points up at about a 45 to 50 degree angle, and it spins like a top, firing.
Well, that's the scene you're talking about. I know now. Yeah.
And
so funny.
it was something I wrote into one of my stories because he says it would work, but he says it's still, you're in a room with hard walls. A ricochet could hit any one of the hostages. So
Yeah, the hostages are dead. You have to understand that.
It's called collateral
the point
damage.
was in that scene was to basically this is really before when I wrote that, before I knew about flashbangs. And so that scene was obsolete by the time I was in the military. And I was like, oh, we got flashbangs. Those things are awesome.
Question: did you ever prank anybody with a flashbang?
No,
Oh,
no, but we
Those
were
things
trained with
can
them.
do damage.
Yeah, they can hurt you. If you have them on you, they can kill you. Flashbangs are very dangerous. They're less than lethal. And when you hear terms like less than lethal, what that means is, for
it's
the
good to
most
maim you.
part, it's not lethal. For the most part. But there's a chance it might kill you. That's why some of the like rubber bullets and sandbags they fire to shotguns are referred to as less than lethal, because it can still fucking kill you. You hit somebody in the head with a sandbag or a rubber bullet, you're going to kill them.
That reminds
in
me
the
of
throat.
something. When I was 16, I had my 2 months in Dublin because I cheated at an essay competition that was for people 1 year older than me, and I won and got disqualified. But then I still got sent because they were impressed. My headmistress. So I was in Dublin, and at the same time there was a bomb explosion in Belfast, a terrorist attack. And then an essay came out that really touched me. It was called Only Wounded. And it was talking about all the people who weren't killed by the bomb, but quote unquote only wounded. Especially one guy who lost both legs below the knee. Speaking of, yeah, they survived. They were only wounded. It was still life-changing. That was an eye-opener. I was 16, and I came across that and was like, holy shit. You should think about the wounded too. Not just declare them as only wounded and move on and wounded dead.
That's like saying mostly peaceful.
Mostly. So this is the original film, La Totale, which they renamed in English to The Jackpot. This is the French film that the film True Lies is based on. And it's a different plot, but they have a lot of the same plot points in it. And I have never seen the film. I've never really wanted to, I got to be honest. I just know that I've seen clips from it, and one of the clips shows the specific scene that we were talking about a second ago.
Well,
So,
I do want to see the movie, but I haven't been able to find it ever.
yeah, they don't have it listed as being available anywhere. It doesn't show, it just says add to watch list. That means it doesn't know where it can be seen. Hey, Dragon Ruse is here, and Tim is here. Slasher Fred is here, and our good friend Tim is here. Tim, I have a video for you.
Here's your
Here it
burger,
is.
sir. Thank you.
I'm just teasing.
By what name are you known?
There are some who call me No, now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
So, let's see. And of course, Penny is here. Good afternoon, Penny. It's not morning. Morning somewhere, but not here. So, but we're going to be talking about
Look at that here.
what?
Slasher Fred.
Yes.
I read
They
that
had
it was
planned
going to
to
be
sequel, and it's a stupid statement. Anima saw that interview where he was talking about it, and he said, after 9/11, terrorism wasn't funny anymore. You know what? When you need to start laughing again and make fun of the enemy is when you have assholes like that in the world. Mock them.
exactly.
So he's got the worst attitude. And I think he finally came around, and they had even talked about it some further. And then the stupid TV series got made.
Oh my god,
And
that was so bad. We never even got
it
through
was
the first
terrible.
episode. It gave everything away right at the beginning. That she was so badly written. Oh my god.
Yeah. She is a superwoman. Yeah, just right off the top, just made her a spy. I'm like, all right, I'm done.
I think you watched more than you and I watched together. We didn't even get through the first episode. We gave up. You just wanted to show me how bad it is.
I don't know. I didn't even bother when I saw the premise of the show. When I saw the trailer, I said, nah, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, I just needed to know how bad it is because we always knew we were eventually going to talk about this movie. So the series had to be mentioned, I guess.
Slasher Fred, in fact, it was her first movie, and the story of how she got into that movie, it's a very funny story in itself. Cameron was
You mean
holding a
Jamie Lee Curtis?
no, Eliza Dushku.
Faith from Buffy.
Yeah, an
Most
angel.
people know her.
Um, Cameron was, I think, he was having an open casting in a mall, and she was there shopping with her brother. But when she was going to get on an escalator, she fell, hit her shin, and dude, these are Cameron's words. He says that she was such a drama queen that he said that girl can act. Bring her here. And that is why
Yeah,
we have
so-
Eliza Dushku.
Yep. Thanks to James Cameron. So basically, Cameron had a great idea. He was going to do a sequel. Then 9/11 happened, and then he's like, terrorism can't be funny. You can't make comedy. Look at terrorism. It's like, well, what you do is you make the terrorists bad guys, and you have the comedy through the way the good guys react to it. But he's, the one that's so smart. So anyway,
They want you to be afraid. They want you to be scared to death. The worst thing you
Oh.
can do to them is make fun of them.
Oh well,
Yep.
remember, Collateral got bumped for years. The movie with Schwarzenegger, because it handled well. I don't think it was even terrorists. It was against narcos. But for the whole 9/11 thing, that movie got bumped for 1 or 2 years.
yep,
It's silly.
and it hurt the film. I think it should have been released when he had it done. So one of the films I said that if they want to do a sequel to something, or bring back certain characters, I always loved the movie Red Heat with Schwarzenegger and Jim Belushi. I got a kick out of that movie. Screw Dirty Harry. So, because they said this is the Colt Python 44 Magnum, most powerful handgun in the world, and he's like, no, the most powerful handgun in the world is the Russian, whatever the fuck it was. He said, it's like whatever. I enjoyed that film. Also, it's one of the few films you get to see Arnold fight naked.
Almost.
The
Why do you like
bathhouse.
it, Gary? You need your Arnold meat.
I like a good bubble butt. As about Jean-Claude Van Damme the other day on Toxic Tuesday. Got a bubble butt. So, but this is, I got to tell you, as critical as I am of James Cameron, some of his films are really freaking good. And this is one of those films I liked a lot of his. And I don't think anybody could have done this but Arnold. I don't think this film would have sold with anybody but Arnold. He's just that big of an action star that he could sell a property like this. And I think Cameron knew that. And that's why it was such a big hit. So let's go and get this strip going, because it just seems like I'm the only one talking right now.
Well, Cameron and Arnold is like Tim Burton and Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
That's a winning combo.
Yeah.
Or John Ford and John Wayne.
Oh yeah.
There are certain
Classic
directors that had to, or Akira Kurosawa and Toshiro Mifune. And of course, the title of the film, True Lies, is it's an ironic statement in that it makes no sense.
It does make sense because she is living that lie of pretending to be something and then she ends up being it.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
that's
completely
making
wrong.
That's making a lie to the truth. That's different. That's where you turn the lie into a truth. By
Yeah, but I think they were
saying,
playing.
well, this is what they think I am. This is what I'll become. Or, so she actually, they're both leading double lives. He is a spy who acts like a humdrum, boring paint salesman or computer salesman.
I think computer.
She is a
Yes.
humdrum wife who wants to have the action of being a spy.
Yep.
And it's a great premise for a story.
Yes, and she makes her family believe that she's content with what she has.
Mm-hmm. Which is a lie.
Yep.
I always enjoy this opening scene. Tom Arnold, he was an untested actor, and James Cameron nailed it again. Tom Arnold can fucking act, and he's funny as hell in this movie. My favorite scene is when he is trying to dodge bullets behind a light pole, and his butt's sticking out one side and his belly's sticking out the other side. And he's trying to figure out which one to move and get out of the way.
That's his funny moment, but his moment is when he switches from joyful to dead serious and says to Harry, "What did you expect? You're never with her." That switch was oof.
My favorite bit in this film is when she goes, "Wait, have you ever killed anyone?" And he says, "Yes, but they were all bad."
Yeah, right. One of my favorite moments was when he talks to the horse. That
Absolutely.
was awesome.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because he's gonna jump off the roof chasing the bad guy who's jumped off the roof over to a pool in the other building. That horse goes, "Fuck no!" And he
Oh,
goes
hey, Nadia
flying
is
over
here.
and he did almost all of his own horse stunts in except for that one where he flies off the horse. That was a stunt man.
Yeah, well, safety reasons and stuff.
He did that run through the hotel. That's him,
Wow.
Arnold, on that horse. And again, this is a movie that proves he can act.
Hey, Nadia.
Hi,
Hi,
Nadia.
How
Nadia.
are you?
You want to join us?
Don't leave me alone with the sausage fest. Please join. Help me.
And we have Lee.
Hi, Lee.
Lee Anthony Davis is here. Greetings.
The man
Greetings
with the
and
questions.
salutations. Jimmy Lee Curtis's character
Oh, sorry. There you go.
says, "I can't believe I'm married to Rambo." Yeah, I like that line. Yep. This was after they had started chumming with each other when they did this movie. So he and Sylvester were good friends at this point.
Well, they better, because I think they already had Planet Hollywood at this point.
Oh God, Planet Hollywood. Oh,
Hey, speaking of Alien, you should join Tom and me next week because we're going to be talking about Alien.
You need a soundboard with Vader saying "Join me."
Yes, that would be cool.
this is also another trick I like that they do in this movie, that it begins where it ends. You know, that's a good like narrative book ending.
Really, Nadia? Oh, you're in for a treat.
Alien is a classic. It is the actual horror film of the franchise, and this new film is going to be horror. And I am so stoked about this film. I saw that 3.5-minute clip from VHS tape that was sent out. Holy shit, that was good.
I'm glad to hear there's something good to look forward to. Oh,
It's surprising because I didn't like his Evil Dead film. That was meh.
No, the reason
Yeah,
I
I
thought
like
there
it.
might be a chance is because the tension in Don't Breathe, not necessarily the plotting, but it was genuinely like thrilling, like oh shit moments.
Yeah.
I like how they use the Faisal character. They show him in the first act. You don't see him then, but at the end, boom! Surprise! Here's Faisal doing hardcore shit.
Yeah, I mean they mostly introduce all the principal characters in this beginning scene, except for like the terrorist guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's introduced later.
Hey, we have a question for our Arnold expert.
No, he's not convincing as a spy. He stands out. That's why. But he's
Yeah.
fun. I love this movie.
What they do is make James Bond funny.
Yep. Though there was tension on the set a lot because pretty much James Cameron, this is the era. I think he finally got rid of this, but no bathroom breaks. So at one point, Arnold's in the jet and he goes, Jim, I have to go to the bathroom. And Jim Cameron's literally trying to coax him. I was like, listen, you're a soldier. You can hold it. You can do these things. Like, I have to pee, Jim.
And did he piss in
James?
the jet?
I think
Yeah,
Jim
that's
forced
what I
him
would
to
have
pee in the
done.
jet. That's
James
how much of a
was like-
trick he is.
James Cameron should have told him there is no bathroom.
There's no
Like-
bathroom. There's only Zool.
Like that's actually like diseases spread on the set of Titanic because people couldn't take bathroom breaks, so they were literally just peeing off the side of the ship into the water. I wish I was making that up.
Didn't be a question mark there.
Yeah, because he says Hungarian crew. But maybe.
I read by nature. I didn't even want to see the latest Evil Dead film. I just saw it and I see it as more feminist propaganda. You
Yeah.
know, it's just I get tired of it. It's like,
It was
look,
all right.
man. I don't care if it was all right. It's this thing they just keep doing and they're pumping it out like crazy. Female lead, female main characters, no males involved. The only males in there die or are dependent on the females. It's just, come on, man. You're beating a dead fucking horse. I prefer old school feminism.
Hey, there's a spoiler for Nadia. Nadia. Oh my goodness. Man,
Oh,
that
this
character, he's so bombastic.
Who, Tom?
Yes.
Tom Arnold is hilarious.
Yep.
At least he used to be. I think he's kind of a douchebag now.
Did he become like a political commentator or something like that? I'm trying to remember.
Well, he started getting his nose into politics too much, man. And it just ruins things when you do that shit.
Yeah.
Spying on the kid.
Ah, yes. It's the 90s with those glasses.
Yeah, your best spies are people who don't look like spies. Also,
Like
another
Hollywood
great
spies.
Hollywood spies are actually some of the most common ones that you find out that actors that do global jet setting often feed information to the CIA.
Oh yeah. Like,
I wrote that
case
in
in
one of
point.
my scripts called The Comedian. And in that story, a stand-up comedian is being recruited by the CIA. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. What?
By the way, I have to give this to you. Last night, I just out of curiosity, I started watching watching Agent Elvis. Oh my fucking god, that is thing is
It's a
awesome.
funny show. It's a funny show. I'm telling you, it's weird and it's funny. Keith got me on it, and I started watching it, and I'm like, oh my god, this shit's good. Yeah.
Well, is that
Now
like
this is
Mike
a throwback to
Tyson
Total
movie?
Recall with
Yes.
the X-rays. These security guards look like they're in a display window. It's weird. Now, of course, one of the great things here is Arnold was sort of like the modern Charlton Heston, because he even looked a little bit like him. And I think it's so cool that they finally got to do a movie together before Heston died. And this is Heston's scene.
Oh, you see, they could do a prequel about Charlton Heston character when he was an agent.
Go all the way back to the Cold War.
Yep.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that they need to make a sequel to Man from U.N.C.L.E. because I like that movie. They just got to get rid of Arlie Hammer's character because he's cannibal and everything. So I'm going to play a clip now from this scene. I got 3 clips from this.
Sweet Jesus, Harry, you surely screwed the pooch last night, didn't you? Could you please tell me how I can see this as anything but a total disaster?
I have 3 clips from this scene. I freaking love this.
To that
It's a
question,
scale.
What?
when he asked, how can I see this not as a total disaster? You could answer him with your pachai.
The other.
It's a scale, really, with a perfect mission on one end and then a total pooch screw on the other. And, we're really more right in this
That's
area,
all
right?
right. You're new on Harry's team, aren't you?
And this leads one of my favorite moments because then Heston just sort of shuts him down real quick.
Yes.
So what makes you think the slack I cut him in any way translates to you?
Let me show you what we got.
Heston being Heston.
I always thought he was doing Nick Fury with that whole thing.
Well, there is a little Nick Fury there, but I don't think he was doing it. I think that it reminds us because we're comic book fans. I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah, well,
Cameron was a comic fan. So this is a great scene. We really screwed the pooch. I got to be honest. There's a Steven Seagal film with Tom Arnold that I enjoyed the crap out of Tom Arnold in that movie. I don't even remember the name of that film. Exit Wounds or some shit like that. Yes, he had a great cameo in Wayne's World. What was that comment before that one?
Wayne's World 2, yeah.
The original Man from U.N.C.L.E. series was a very classic series. They even made a spinoff. Girl from U.N.C.L.E. It flopped. It had terrible ratings. And it's not as good a show. But Man from U.N.C.L.E. was great. And a lot of people don't know this, that it was originally plotted with the help of Ian Fleming.
Fascinating.
Nick Fury and Snake Plissken have the eye patch thing. It's really, I think, all it is. And the fact that you just picture them speaking with a gravelly, whispery voice. Call me Snake.
And they shot a lot of people.
It's not a good week for Nick Fury unless he's killed like 20 guys.
Yeah, the rocking of the kickback of the gun calm his eye socket itching.
And there she is. There's another connection with Wayne's World. She was in Wayne's World. She was the girlfriend. Or was it the second one? The second one.
No, she was the first and second one.
First and second.
Cassandra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would stick out like a sore thumb as an agent.
Yes, you would think that an agent should be forgettable.
Yep, absolutely forgettable. And
Oh.
celebrities make good agents because of the fact people become starstruck around them, and they can go places most people don't go to and get away with it.
And people will wonder what the hell happened. So if you're like, if Russia kidnapped Brad Pitt, there would be some problems.
Yeah. I cannot remember. Hold on a second. I'll go look it up real quick because I don't think it is Exit Wounds.
I'll pause it.
No, keep going.
Okay.
I'm just looking up Tom Arnold real quick on IMDb because he was in that Steven Seagal, and he's got one of the best Steven Seagal stories ever, Tom Arnold. And it's where Seagal was in one of his rant phases, and he was just being difficult to work with. And they had to do a scene. They're on a boat. And after being like just pretty much rude to everybody, turns around and starts to go out the wrong door, and nobody warns him. And he ends up falling into the ocean. And when he came up out of the water, all the black shit that he had in his hair was like going down his face. It's a fucking funny story.
Oh, no, that's not the worst that was done to him. I think it was Exit Wounds as well. What was his name? The guy who was Spawn.
Yeah, Exit Wounds. It was Exit Wounds.
No,
that's the one where.
Another story from that one. Same people then. They told the guy he has a fight scene with at the end. Michael J. White, I think his name is.
Guy, yeah.
Yeah, Michael J. White. Yeah. They told him it's like, if he gets hurt, at this point we can finish the movie, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Because Seagal's not a real fighter. He is. So we're going like, if you happen to like beat him to death, that's fine.
Well, just like even Joe Rogan says, look, he's a legitimate practitioner of Aikido. He is a genuine, certified black belt in Aikido, and he had the first dojo in Japan run by a gaijin, a white person, and that's all true. The fact is, he's really good at Aikido, but as I've learned, Aikido doesn't really function well in an actual fight.
Yeah.
Now, this is one of my favorite scenes in the film. I love this fucking fight scene, and this is my third favorite. Or
this guy
top of the top 3 bathroom fight scene.
Wait a second. This guy even looks like the Terminator.
He was 4. No, they did that on purpose. He's dressed
With
like
the
that on purpose. Yeah, they made him look like that on purpose, as a nod to his role as the Terminator. But the bathhouse scene should be included in that from Viggo Mortensen's film Eastern Promises. Mission Impossible is number 1, the one with Henry Cavill and him and
yeah, that fight
number
scene reminded
1
me a lot of this one.
Number 2 is this one. Number 3 is Freebie and the Bean, and I would say number 4 is the bathhouse scene in Eastern Promises. Best fight scenes in bathrooms.
One of my personal favorites is in an OVA called Kite, which is where a girl's an assassin, and it's basically she's just supposed to kill one target, but his twins kills the wrong one, and then all hell breaks loose.
Who whistles at a urinal? This is fucking cracked me up whistling at a fucking toilet.
Oh well, in the right stuff. When they are preparing the genetic samples, let's put it that way, in the stalls, you see John Glenn humming, and they started a humming competition with I think I can't remember who was the other astronaut.
Okay, I'm going to show the clip now. That dude is a hairy dude. That musical cue almost sounded like they were going to start the song "Working 9 to 5"
or Flash.
Yeah, either one. It would have been funnier though to have "Working 9 to 5" as an action scene music because Deadpool would use that. He had to outdo Carol Kane from Scrooged when the bitch hit him with the toaster. He had to use a hand dryer. It's just an obscure reference. Come on, guys.
I'm sorry. I have no clear recollection of that.
When Carol
My
Kane
pleasure.
is the ghost of Christmas past hits him with
Oh,
the
right,
toaster,
and Scrooge. Yes, she hit
and he
him
says,
with
"The
everything.
bitch hit me with a toaster." And this is really where we meet him. We kind of see him previously at the museum, but this is where we really get to see him in action. And our main character gets to know him.
Oh, by
we
the
have
way,
a
I was
petition.
actually at this hotel, and the only reason I knew that was because they actually have a plaque in the elevator waiting area that says, this was the spot where they filmed the lobby scene in True Lies.
Wait, what is this, Gary? From my clip, add the scene in which, after the French taunting, the part later when they pour crap on them. Okay, I'll see if I can find that. And this is the big pursuit scene that leads to the horse scene. Or is it? Is this the horse scene or is that later? I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the persecution. Here, the terrorist gets a motorcycle, and
he
the
steals
next
the
best
cop's
thing.
horse.
Yeah, it's the hotel they're going to. It's like a Southern California hotel. I'm trying to remember what city it was at the time. I was
The
at,
scene,
but I was-
that's him. That's him.
Yeah.
Doing all these scenes, and it's him in the hotel ducking underneath the hanging ceiling parts and
Rafters?
going through the fucking fountain because that's a stunt too. Oh, they absolutely had to do some cuts. Yeah, he was doing all of this shit here in the hotel. We don't have a stuntman on the horse until the scene where he gets thrown off the horse. Oh, I love the sax player. Like, what the fuck?
These eyes, man.
There are two scenes in this chase when you can see that they made several takes because there are the tire tracks of the bike. They are there.
I was like, get down.
Go practice your Arnold, please.
Okay, school us.
No.
So you're one of those that say you have to do better.
I'm saying you grown-ups do your homework.
I love the elevator
Arnold,
scene.
His accent is the equivalent
because he's
of
got
Swedish
this horse in there, and it's like back this couple up in there. This acid. Yeah, he's like, I'm so sorry. I apologize. He keeps apologizing to this.
Yeah, that's how
elderly
you
couple.
can tell he's Austrian. He has manners.
Oh.
So Austrians are like the Canadian version of the German.
Oh, no. We just have better manners than the Germans.
Like
And
the
a better
Canadians.
sense of humor. We don't
Okay, here we go.
apologize.
This is where we see the stuntman. He does the flying off the horse moment here. That's not Arnold anymore.
Yes, it made the news, Tim.
For what?
In fact, the chase, that chase made the news. In fact, Bill Paxton character takes credit for that.
Yeah, it's part of the
For what?
irony of the plot.
Of
He
the
takes
chase.
credit for what?
For the chase.
In this?
Yes, when he's trying to fool Harry's wife, he said, "Did you remember? Did you see the papers? The two guys dead and the chase
Yeah.
from blah blah blah." And he says, "Yes, that was you." And Tom Arnold says, because at that point they are listening to
Yeah.
them. Tom Arnold said, "The guy is taking credit for our work."
Oh, you're talking about in the movie. Okay, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about? You're talking about in the movie. You say Bill Paxton, I think Bill Paxton, the person, the actor.
I don't
and
remember
he's
the
taking credit.
character's name.
Yeah, don't worry. Well, what you say is Bill Paxton's character.
Yeah.
And then I know what you're talking about. I was really confused by what you were saying. It would be funny if the sax player from Lost Boys doing that crazy sax dance, that humping with the sax thing. Yeah, that'd be great.
That
So
he
I
still
love
does.
this scene with this horse because the horse starts he's like, and it starts pulling him up. Good horse. You can do it. You can do it. And the horse pulls him up. And then he looks over, sees the bad guy in the pool, got away. No, I fucking love the scene with the horse. This is great. And I will play the clip now.
My turn to drive? Give me the page.
Wait, no, wait. Wrong one. What happened?
What?
I went to play it and it didn't play.
What the hell were you thinking? I mean, I had the guy and you let him get away. Look at me when I talk to you. What kind of a cop are you anyway?
What kind of cop are you anyway?
I love that scene.
The kind of cop that wants to remain alive.
Aw.
He wasn't. There was no way that he was going to do that jump. Oh man, that.
Letting the wife down, man.
Not the first time.
Oh. Man, you are a brutal anima and like an amazing.
Hey, man, where are you, German?
Guys.
What? I thought you loved that clip.
I like it. Yeah, but I was just never mind. Look at her face. This keeps happening. He makes promises that he can't keep. That's all I was saying. And you guys think dirty again. I'm not always like that.
I didn't think dirty.
No, I thought no. I literally meant that's how cold it was. Is like he can't keep a promise to anything. That actually cuts pretty deep.
Yeah, I definitely was not thinking anything dirty.
Okay. Your reaction made me think like I didn't mean it that way because I said he's not disappointing her the first time. The way you reacted was like, oh, I didn't mean that.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Yes.
Bilingually, as he said later in Saturday Night Live. Let's see, what do we got here? As someone who rides, yeah, I saw that one. And this is not DC.
Oh yes, Dark Angel. I in fact like the first season.
I never watched it, but I friends tell me it was good. It just never enticed me. It didn't get me.
Yeah, but never watched the second season. It was so bad that it canceled the show.
I agree with Norm
I got a
Macdonald.
weird thing.
The country to
They made
watch
this-
is Germany because they're the only one that's invaded other countries in the last 100 years. Germans, they're nice people, but don't make them angry. Never make me angry.
You
Nobody-
wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
The Hulk. That's German Hulk. The Hulk.
What?
Oh, oh, right. Anime, you must watch the 70s Hulk show.
Okay.
That
Yeah, she's never gotten to see that.
No. That's why I'm confused right now.
Yeah, it's because that is the one of the lines of Banner. Don't make me angry,
Don't
Mr.
make me
McGee.
angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Bill Bixby
Okay.
died
Oh
young.
man, dude, that was a shame. Look at that.
Oh my God, that is like one of my favorite Faulty Towers.
Look,
When
look
he has
at
the German guests. Yeah, he's like ready for murder at this point.
you're going to be terminated.
Come to my house, eat my cookies.
Well, of course, but you have to watch the show first, and then the 3 or 4 movies.
There
Give
are
me
4
days
movies.
with 48 hours and I can probably try to
The
do that.
last one was what? Death of the Hulk, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
He
a good
falls
one.
out of the helicopter.
I liked all of them. Yep. Yes, Tim, one of my favorite jokes as a kid, do you know what Germany's favorite pastime is? Invading Poland.
Poland. It's like Alderaan for Star Wars.
Except that they do it again and again.
He also they did an emulation of his voice. Crap, I forget the other voices they used for the Incredible Hulk with the first one that came out in 05, I think, with Bana as Bruce Banner. Nothing.
Joe, you don't get to be in chat and complain. Get on the panel. Do something against that there. You've set it off
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah.
Do it. Do it now.
1992.
No, it was shot in 93 and released in 94. Close though.
Yes, and it was the first movie ever to cross the 100 million budget. Leave it to Cameron. Just before the World Cup, the English coach said, If we lost, okay, we beat them.
And here we go. This is God, man. I miss Bill Paxton so much.
Yep. I mean, hell, I wish Bill Paxton got to direct more movies. He was good at it.
Yeah, the only problem with Ang Lee's Hulk film was when they took you out of the film and did comic book panels in the third act.
Oh,
And I'm like, what the fuck?
No, I have more critics than that. Believe me.
Yeah, but can you say it in English?
Hardly. Give me a day or two to write a script.
Give me a day or two.
Are you saying you need notes?
No.
So, the same length of time it took them to write the Hulk script.
What I'm saying is for the audience to make you understand.
What about you, Rodriguez? You got anything to say?
Yes, sir, but it's very difficult, sir, and I don't think you'll understand.
Well, try me. Let me hear.
Okay, sir. Mire, jefe, yo no sabía que yo iba a trabajar más fuerte que el caballo del tigre. El pobre se cayó.
Dude, it's worse than that. Because I have the thing planned, but I have it planned on Spanish. So when
Look
I
at
get to
that.
that crucial point in which my vocabulary fails, I get stopped and froze. I mean, I freeze. But then I can even remember it in Spanish. So I get a block in the two languages.
Yeah, I know what that feels like when your brain just jams between languages.
Here's where he fantasizes killing him. I
Yes.
love that.
Oh, that was great. Yeah. And I mean, look at that guy. He has the perfect face for an asshole.
I
Okay.
still love him.
Pause it because I want to address this. Okay. What he says is, look, boss, I didn't know I was going to work as hard as I do. I'm working harder than my uncle horses. The poor horse died of exhaustion. That is what he said. But I have to be over emphatic because the first time I translated that, oh my god, it didn't went as I was hoping.
Now, what was the question about Tom Arnold being in something? What's The Living? I don't know what that is.
Oh,
I don't know any of
doesn't
those
happen
titles,
often.
but we do have Internet Movie Database.
Well, I've got that, and I know he's not in Wonder Years, but I don't know what that living is. I'm looking through there, and I don't see it in there. I did a Control F search, and it's not in there anywhere. So, nope. I would say
Oh,
no to
what?
both of those.
God bless the Control F search.
One of Paxton's last role was as lawyer Jack Thompson in the Rockstar Games biodrama. Overall show is pants, but everyone praises Paxton.
Oh god, fucking Jack Thompson. Man.
Oh my. And then we got Anita.
Yeah.
You're
that's
gonna
the
need
saddest part.
Anita. You're gonna need Anita.
Gary, if you have no idea who either of those people are, you're lucky.
Yes. Jack Thompson was the idiot that tried to block the video games when Mortal Kombat came out.
Oh,
I am such a big fan of Art Malik, by the way, because somebody brought that up, and I need to address it when the comments up. That I put him in my book, Vindicated. He is in the book because I just fucking love that guy. He's a great fucking actor.
The scene.
Oh, did he bust the window yet? I missed it.
Not
I was
yet,
reading.
I think.
The what?
Because we have to address that scene where he talks about the missing page in the script and
Oh no.
hits the cast window
Oh,
and the
yes.
window breaks. But
Yes, it happened.
oh,
It's already
well,
happened.
we can all-
All right, I need
Yeah,
to play the clip.
we need to go
I
back.
need to play the clip.
To the clip.
Okay, wait. Let me. I'm trying to.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Anima.
I think it should be
He
around
put you
here.
in the spot,
Yes.
Joe.
There it is. There
Hey,
it is.
I was just commenting. I turned it on. I was watching Joe Rogan's interview with Andrew Dice Clay from a couple of weeks ago.
I love Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh,
I
he's
fucking love that
so
dude.
awesome. But
He doesn't
anyway,
fucking care. I
yeah, he
love that
doesn't.
about him.
He doesn't
He's
care.
like, you don't like me? I don't fucking care.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, he's
Hickory
definitely
dickory
the comedian version of Gary, no doubt, man.
Yeah,
He
but
does not
Joe,
give a
when
shit.
Joe, when you got Saturdays off, I was expecting to see you more on this show because
Yeah,
we're so
I
excited
thought I
about it,
was
and
going to be
it's
on
just
more
not
too, but
happening.
me and the wife have decided that we're going to do things on
Gonna
Saturday.
start
But she
having
right now,
sex again.
yeah, she actually, guys, say a little prayer for her. She's still dealing with the Houston situation from Beryl. She's working. Well, during the week, it's 14-hour days, and she's
Wow.
usually off Saturday and
How
Sundays.
many homes are without power right now?
Right now, as of yesterday, it was 875,000.
Wow.
They've got it below 1 million, so they've done a good job in the last
our
week.
good friend Loki is one of those houses.
I've got a friend named Lunatic that I stream with every Tuesday night doing video games, and I haven't heard from him. So, saying prayers for those people down in Houston. But yeah, she's busy today. So when you said that, I said, well, I'll throw a shirt on. I don't have to take a shower right away. I can do it after the show.
God bless your wife, and you tell her I said that for
Yeah, absolutely.
what
I
she
will.
does.
I will.
This is just to let you know, he hit the wrong window. And when Tom Arnold stops acting, he actually turns and he reacts to this scene. It's great. They just kept going. Arnold he learned from Cameron. He learned how to do this because of Cameron, not from, but because of Cameron, how to punch windows and break them out in cars. And because he did it in Terminator, the first one.
Yeah.
That was for real.
Yeah.
That was without permits. That was guerrilla filmmaking. They shot that on a street and then ran.
They were hoping they didn't get arrested when they were doing it. Yeah,
well, absolutely, because you will get arrested for that shit, guerrilla filmmaking. So here's the clip.
My turn to drive? Give me the page. What are you talking about? Jump from page 9 to page 11. Where's page 10?
It's got to be a typo.
Give me the goddamn page.
And you can tell that's real automobile glass because if it was candy glass,
Wait.
it would
That was
shatter
improv?
big pieces and everything else like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was improv?
Yes.
It was. Yeah, that was Tom's reaction. Is a genuine reaction because he wasn't expecting that to happen, and it was the wrong fucking window. He was supposed
That's
to hit
how
the
safety
other-
glass breaks. It fragments into little bitty pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, that's polyvinyl butyrol is what that is. It's made to shatter, so it doesn't kill people. So great fucking moment in the film. I love that scene.
Yep. I don't know why Tom Arnold didn't do more stuff, man. This guy's hilarious.
He's got great comic chops,
Mm-hmm.
and it just always. I think the Stupids ruined his career.
Yeah.
Somebody brought that up, and I'm like, with John Landis, great director, and he probably thought this is going to be a great movie, and it was a flop. It was razzied like hell. Oh my god!
He could have
and that
gotten
hurt him.
blackballed by the most popular person on television at the time, too, though. I mean, he went through a divorce
seemed
with
to
her.
She seemed to kind of not really target him too much. So I think
Okay.
more it was being in the Stupids. I think the Stupids movie hurt his career.
Yeah.
But it's got one of the greatest songs, I'm My Own Grandpa. I love that song.
What?
So technically, I'm my own grandpa.
Yeah, he sings it in the movie. It's funny as hell. But he also hurt his own career when he got overly political.
Yeah, well.
And people just don't give a shit. People, look, I would say close to 80% of Americans in particular don't give two shits what a Hollywood actor thinks about
No,
politics.
I don't. Or they'd never go see
There's
Tom
that-
Cruise movies. I mean, come on.
10% probably don't even know who the fuck they are. And the other 10% are like, oh my God, like Tom Cruise is against the war. That's so important. You know, it's like, no, it's majority of people are like, so what? I don't give a shit that you don't.
Let me know what a veteran thinks of the war. That's what I want to know. What,
Yeah.
you know, if he thinks it's important, then yeah, I'll listen.
Listen, I'm a follower of Xenu, and I'm highly offended by the Church of Scientology's stance against my faith and my overlord. But, you know, he's still a good actor. You know, what can we do?
Volcanoes, man.
Yep.
Bane to Scientologist existence. I read that book, by the way, Dianetics, when I was in high school, and it was an interesting read.
I've got that
interesting, but I used to. But I was later on when I found this is a religion, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's dumb.
Leave it
I
to
read the
Hollywood
book.
to make that a religion. Yikes!
It's even
Well,
worse.
he one reason.
It's a religion.
And he
made
wanted
up by
a tax
science fiction
write-off.
writers.
He wanted a tax write-off. That's why he wanted religious status through the federal government, so he could have a tax write-off. That's the only reason why he started that religion. He was a con man. L. Ron Hubbard, terrible science fiction writer. Terrible.
Look at this clacking plastic. That cracked me up, man. That just, you know. This whole scene cracks me up, man. Oh my God. She is getting so set up.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines right here. Here's my favorite line from this scene.
If not for me, do it for your country.
And Anima, you said he's got the perfect look for a dickhead. Yeah, a dickhead car salesman. He nailed it, no doubt. Stupid cheesy mustache, all that shit.
These days I use the
mustache
term
and
dickhead for
hairstyle.
someone else, but yeah, it applies for him too. I agree, because dickhead is now Sir Kristen Cole in House of the Dragon.
Hey, Andy Morrow, you're in the show. You're sending me clips of I Am My Own Grandpa, but you are not typing in the chat?
Come on, bro.
What the hell, man? Come on. Show your face.
Let me
man.
breathe.
He's stalking the show. Hey,
By the way,
I follow
click
Leah
the link.
Remini. She has done some serious damage to Scientology. I love her for that.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
is
Remini,
gutsy.
yes. He's right. Those interviews are fantastic, man. They really are.
Absolutely. And you've got a lot of former members of that organization that have just said, fuck you to them, threatening and bullying them all the time, harassing them. He tries to put the make on her here. Oh, my God.
Well, I can understand why you'd want to put the make on her. Somebody just randomly, I just checked in on my Twitter, and this is a question up there without saying Halloween. What is your favorite Jamie Lee Curtis movie?
Let me pause it.
Hold it.
Here we go. Oh.
I mean, what a babe. I was in love with that chick. Really was.
You know, when I was younger, a friend of mine said, Scott McKee was his name. He was a sculptor friend of mine that I worked with. And we worked for a bronze foundry. We did statues and stuff for fine art museums and such. And I said, man, I'm a big Jamie Lee Curtis fan. He goes, really? You know, she was born with a penis.
Yeah. I've heard that she was the gay test back in the day.
I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, she had a penis.
That's the rumor, man. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not a rumor. She came out and said it. She confessed to it publicly. That it's true that she was born with both genitals, and that her father, Tony Curtis, made the decision to make her a girl.
But not lame.
Not lame and gay. No.
Listen, you could make this into like a trans love story now, and then just have the line of like, no, I knew you had the penis all along.
I could, Arnold would be like, I could totally do it, but they have to have one smaller than my own.
Get to the cocker.
That was a good one.
Oh man, too much.
We're going to hell, but
Yes,
the
we are
best
going to
kind
hell.
of
Demonetized right away.
And we're having fun doing so.
I won't because I will denounce all of you before dying.
This whole thing is just hilarious. Those two are having Tom Arnold's having a lot of fun with this because he's outside of this. He just wants to see his partner get better mentally, right? And he's going along with it. But my God, Arnold is he's vicious. He wants to know what the hell's going on, right? And what's funny is he's the one keeping secrets from his wife, right? Constantly on a daily basis.
Absolutely should have gone to prison. Absolutely, Lee. The guy was a fucking criminal.
Oh yeah, yeah. L. Ron Hubbard, hell yeah,
yeah.
Jamie is gorgeous, man. I will never ever lose that crush I had on her when I was a kid, man. When she was in Halloween, I had such a crush on her.
You know it, bro. You know it.
I was 14, man.
One of the first ways I started drawing portraits was drawing a picture of her from Terror Train, and I used graph paper to get the proportions right. You know what I mean?
I like that movie, by the way. I like
Terror Train's great, dude. She looked fine as hell in that flick. She had these tight yoga pants on. She was. If you have never seen Terror Train, it takes place, I think. They're getting out of college, right? They're graduating from college, and they all they rent a train, but it's a masquerade. They're all dressing up like it's Halloween, but it's not Halloween. It's a masquerade thing though, and she's dressed as a pirate with these tight ass pants with a friggin' sash on. She looks great in that movie. It's great.
Same thing when she was in Perfect with Travolta.
God, good Lord, bad movie. Hot lady. Ugh. Bad movie though. Good Lord, that was a horrible movie.
Hey, Bush is in the house.
What's up?
Okay, this show officially is now gone 70s. It's got Bush.
Oh God!
Head for the mountains.
Never mention I hate you, Gary.
Just about every show you come on the panel, Chanatsky.
Okay, just checking.
Buddy.
And eventually on Twitter, but apart from that,
Yeah,
no.
that's right. I forgot.
Too damn funny.
Now, she has a cameo in Escape from New York.
What?
Which
Really?
we're going to talk about on Monday.
Jamie Lee Curtis has a cameo in that movie.
voice.
I've seen that 100 times. Who is she in it?
Computer voice. I keep trying to
Really?
say it.
Okay. Cool, man.
He's the computer voice. She's also got a Halloween 3 season in which she was the curfew announcer.
Right. Okay. I'll buy that for $1.
Her mother was Janet Leigh, and her father was Tony Curtis.
Tony Curtis. Yeah, she's Hollywood royalty, dude.
You can see so much of her father in her features.
Yeah,
she is the product of what is referred to as perfect missionary.
Oh my God. And today Will We Be Banned?
We're gonna be banned in every country at this rate, and God bless us for it.
Hey man,
except Saudi Arabia, they love us there.
One of my favorite John Carpenter.
Yeah, right.
North Korea too.
One of my favorite John Carpenter movies. She actually is in it with her mother, Janet Leigh, and her in it.
Oh, the H2O.
No, the Fog. Is she in H2O too?
H2O. Yeah, her mother's.
No, but the Fog was way before that. Yeah,
her mother plays the secretary in that.
I didn't know that.
No, there you have it, Bush. Bill Paxton, just for you.
Dude, this scene is so great. I love it when they're turning to leave, he just starts firing the gun and Homeboy just shits himself. It's so awesome. Oh, I got a little penis. Oh, he comes clean. I got a little dick.
Well, it's called hermaphroditism. They're born with both genitals. They have a vagina and a penis.
Hermaphrodite,
But
yeah.
they typically don't have testicles.
The word is a mix between Hermes and Aphrodite, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The two Greek gods, because they're both and neither at the same time. Weird. But back then they used to fix, quote unquote, children.
And you would actually be surprised. It happens more often than you know in births where that happens. And here's the sad thing is, to my knowledge, all of them are incapable of ever having a child.
Yes, normally yes.
Yeah, because neither the male nor
they
the
lack
female
the
part is fully
testicles and
developed.
ovaries. They don't have ovaries and they don't have testicles. So it's really rough.
Jamie Lee's got a daughter though, doesn't she?
Adopted.
Okay.
To my knowledge, she's adopted.
But yeah, man, this is one of the funniest movies. I swear. Arnold didn't do enough comedies. I love this. I love Twins. I love Kindergarten Cop.
I still have
She's funny.
There's over 7 billion people on the planet. And it actually does happen more often than you realize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because 7 billion, even a 0.003%.
And there's constant birth going on constantly. It doesn't happen occasionally there's a birth. Birth is going on all the time around the globe.
Imagine that. I'm just watching this. I'm reliving this. I haven't watched this movie in a long time, but my God, I've seen it so many times. I know every bit of it.
When he hangs and say, "I'm going to hell for this."
Yeah. Oh, Boris and Doris. Oh, too good. Too good.
She looks like her mother in that dress is what's weird.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of dress that her mother would wear.
Now, Anima, you're the female on the panel. Would you be quick thinking enough to turn this dress into this? I mean,
oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I would rip that fucking pretty things off the moment I see that dress.
I love when she gets the water out of the plant and friggin' wets down her hair too. It's freaking awesome.
Do you know, Joe, did you know that was her idea?
No.
She brought one of her own black mini dresses and some frill and put it on and showed him how to rip it off and change the dress completely. And then they handed it over to wardrobe department and they made that dress. That was her idea.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Boosh says, prove it.
Prove what?
You have to get one dress like that and rip it off.
No,
right?
No.
On camera. That's the point, see.
I'm not going to. I hate dresses. Fuck that.
Well, more to the point. You will enjoy it. You freaking
This
dress.
scene is too damn funny, man. It really is. He's just, wow. It's too damn great.
And she looks amazing.
Yeah, she does.
She's a bit on the skinny side, but she's so hot.
Nope.
Okay, so you can understand. Let me put this in here again. Share my screen. You keep bringing up the fog, and I keep telling you that's not the only one. She also co-starred with her mother in Halloween H2O, and her mother plays Norma Watson in it. There she is, and there she is.
Yep.
It's not a bad film. I hated the ending, but then I learned that they changed the ending. They changed the ending.
I'm a fan of Halloween, but the only ones that I watch on a repeated basis are the first one, occasionally the second one, but the second one is more like a Freddy or a Jason movie. They went over the top with the gore, and that wasn't the point.
The surest way to guarantee a horror franchise will go on is to title one The Final Chapter.
Right. Yeesh.
Now, the famous scene in here where she stumbles, a lot of people misunderstood, and they think that that was an accident. And it's not an accident. It was planned by her and James Cameron, but they didn't tell Arnold. So when you see his reaction was genuine.
I love that.
Sort of like Tom's reaction to him breaking the window.
Right.
On the car. And I'll go ahead and show this real quick. Quip.
I can't believe we missed that scene where he breaks.
I imagine a little Scheiße pass through his mind.
Absolutely. Are we going to get in trouble for the music?
No,
he didn't show it long
redid
enough.
the music. I redid the music.
Okay.
Oh,
There
So
are
why don't you
two clips I have in the film where I had to remove the soundtrack because it was too prominent. The scene I just did, and the nuclear kiss.
Mm.
Yeah, that's actually probably the big romantic moment of the movie, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I have this clip of Shinatsky from when he was young.
It's hopeless. We'll never.
Yes, my voice, but Martin's words.
It's hopeless.
It's hopeless.
Now, what's really cool about this scene is, he had one of the guys he works with do all the audio taping for the voice, so it would mask who he is. And that's why he's in shadows. Then he comes over and he's finally like wanting to let her know that it's him. He's not hiding who it is anymore. But she doesn't look, and she fucking nails him. Really
houses his
hard.
ass. Yeah.
Yeah, Art Malik plays the main villain in this.
Yeah.
Very good actor.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, I
Love
will
the guy.
see more of him.
You know what movie I really liked him in, man, was Live Free or Die Hard. I didn't think that movie was going to be worth a damn, and he's the FBI guy that he's talking to the whole time, Man, dude.
Yeah, that
Enjoyed
movie
it.
has ridiculous,
striptease
impossible action, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I thought it was a lot better than I ever thought it would be. I thought Die Hard was dead after the third one.
So, what did Jamie Lee Curtis get paid for her striptease, Gary? The answer to that is whatever she could take home in her garter belt.
That's it. Yeah, the guys behind the camera stuck dollar bills.
She
in there,
got paid very well for this, nothing like Arnold did, because Arnold was a big star. She was almost as big a star. And she actually did ask James Cameron to put her above the title. And she says, I would really think I deserve that. And he's like, well, let me check with Arnold. He called Arnold, and Arnold, he says, she wants to be above the name. And Arnold paused for like a long period of time to the point where James thought that he was going to like reject it. He goes, no, she totally deserves it. Give it to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to begin with, James Cameron wasn't even sure Arnold would like to play alongside her. He was very shy when he told him it's her. He was afraid of his reaction. And Arnold just said, yeah, okay, let's do it.
You know
Oh,
what?
absolutely. By the way, Bush, that is one of my favorite moments is when she runs back over, scooting over on her high heels and kicks him in the fucking gut. I was just like, that was great.
You know why he took his time to answer? Because he was remembering filming that shot.
Right?
Maybe.
He was remembering the whole striptease. Yeah, give it to her.
Give it to her. Yeah, give it to her. She grinded her body against me.
I got to mute for a second, guys. Hold on.
All right. No, that's not the same guy that's in Live Free or Die Hard. That's somebody else. I got him confused with. Hang on, I'll look it up. Let's see.
Lee Anthony, he was a Mr. Universe 7 times.
Yeah. Oh my God. Let me tell you something, guys. I've been
Mr.
an Arnold
Universe
fan for a
and
long
Mr.
time.
Olympia, 7
If you've
times
never
both
seen-
titles.
You want to see what kind of mentality Arnold Schwarzenegger has and why he's so successful? Watch the movie Pumping Iron sometime. And
well, Pumping Iron was my first experience seeing him.
Oh.
And I was in awe of this guy as a kid. I
Yeah, me
became
too.
a follower of Arnold as a young kid. By the way, his last go at it, a lot of people say that was bought and paid for, his win.
Really?
For Mr.
Wow.
Olympia.
Hmm.
I don't think it was a Universe. I think that was Mr. Olympia, but I'm not sure. Whatever the last one was he was nowhere near what he had been before and still beat everybody out. And it's like a lot of the guys that were there were like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Well,
I was bigger than
what I do know is that many people, when he got the 6th title, they didn't want to sign up for the 7th competition because said, yeah, again, this guy, he always win.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
But to watch that movie and see that scene where he sits down with Lou Ferrigno and his parents to have breakfast the day
my
of the
God.
competition, he's just psyching him out there at the table. He goes, I don't know if you're ready, man. You look
Yeah,
a
but
little
did you
flabby
see
today."
Lou's father? Lou's
Yeah.
father was an asshole.
Yeah.
He, sucking up to Arnold and
Mhm.
ignoring his son.
Yeah.
I just hated that.
Yeah.
I have hated that man my whole
Yeah.
life because of what he did to his son in that movie.
But the way Arnold was doing psychological warfare with him at the table, I was like, damn.
he
dude,
was
this
always
guy is
getting into his
vicious.
head.
Mhm.
But you
Hey.
also meet Arnold's best friend in that film.
Yes.
Which is Franco Colombo.
Yeah, the guy
And
Conan and all that shit. Yeah.
he's
Mhm.
been in every movie until he died.
Mhm.
Hey, I see
we
we
have,
have
yes.
a $6 6 instead of say
Six.
$10. It's a $6 gift from 10. No, it's a $10 gift from 6. Super sticker. I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming it's a rose for anima.
It's an anthropomorphized lemon with a heartbeat.
Oh, that's new.
Oh
Thank you,
yeah.
Six.
6.
BRB.
Thank you so much, 6. You're a sweetheart.
Give her her video, boss, please.
I will give her this one again because she probably wasn't here for this.
And I didn't see the clip yet again. Thank you, StreamYard.
Oh, you didn't see it? Oh man, I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry. Oh, you need to play again the one of for Stewie doing the pow chiki pow pow. And
Oh,
we
yes,
have
yes.
we have another question for you, boss. What was Arnold's first ever film?
His first movie. Hold on a second, because he made appearances in several films. So he was in The Long Goodbye with Elliot Gould. He was in. Hold on a second. Oh my god.
Oh, there was this a sitcom.
Lucille Ball was his first
Yes.
appearance on television. The Lucille Ball Show, where he played a masseuse. He played a masseuse in that. But I think it was the Elliot
Hercules in
Gould
New
film.
York.
Hercules
what
in
I'm
New York was
finding.
his first.
Yep.
That's what I'm finding in a quick search. 69.
Look up the movie
69.
The Long Goodbye with Elliot Gould, because he had a bit part in that as a bodyguard. Hold on.
No, I'm in his filmography and it says Hercules in New York is the first one. The Long Goodbye is the second one, 3 years later.
Okay. All right. For some reason, I thought the other one was first. All right.
And
By
the
the
funny
way-
thing is, he's credited as Arnold Strong and then Mr. Universe, quote unquote.
Yeah,
in
the
the
bodyguard is uncredited, but he is in it, and he's prominently seen in the film too. 50 cents after YouTube takes their cut. Yeah, right. They're
we
worse than
have-
PayPal, man. You know, PayPal only takes like 3%, man. Fuck.
We have War Monkey and the Peter
Oh, War
Bergman fan
Monkey's
site.
here. Hey, Vinkman's girl.
Yeah, this is a funny scene. This is where he comes clean to his wife, right? Yeah, she's thinking she's the spy in this case, and she finds out she's not. Because doesn't he describe what the warhead is? He tells them exactly what it is,
Yeah.
the nomenclature of it and everything. Yeah.
Yep.
And you know
Why
what?
is it
My
not
youngest
playing?
brother's 26 this year, I think. And last
It's
year
not
when he came to Croatia to pick me up and we did a road trip moving me back to Austria, I introduced him to that movie on our last night that we shared pizza and he loved it.
It's not playing.
It's a
Okay.
great film for young
Yeah.
guys. I was surprised he liked it that much, but it's like timeless.
Which one, Conan?
No, this one, True Lies.
This one? Yeah, it is timeless. It's
Somehow
fantastic.
we talked about it while we were doing a shopping, and she was like, I think, can we watch that tonight? Because that was planned, movie night, pizza, and then the next morning we drive back to Austria.
Yeah.
So we watched it, and after that I introduced him to Gary, and they talked a bit about it because we had just watched it, Gary and I. And Gary was surprised too that a young guy in mid-20s falls in love with that movie because it's so old, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's kind of a throwback. I don't know about you, Gary, but I got kind of an old 60s and 50s type feel to this movie. Yeah, it's shot in the modern day, but there's definitely characters and setups for those characters, and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
It's classic Hollywood. I think that's
it
what
is.
we're going for.
The jungle film you're talking about is actually I was trying to respond to that. Is actually the film we did last week with the monkeys, Dwayne Johnson, The Rundown.
The Rundown.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Arnie has a cameo in it where he tells Dwayne Johnson, "Have fun being an action star." Have fun.
Yeah, it's like a passing of a torch scene. I remember that. Yeah,
it's
been a while
it was
since I've
really
seen
nice.
The Rundown, but yeah.
Gosh, enemy, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. Love that line.
Hey, man, it's hard to argue that. I mean, people have their favorite Arnold movies. My favorite one is, because I'm really into the spy thing. It's Total Recall. That's my favorite Arnold movie of all time. I love that movie.
It is a classic. It's not my favorite. My favorite is always going to be Conan the Barbarian.
Conan,
This
one's his best one, and Conan's
one's
definitely.
up there.
I'd say the top three are Terminator, Conan, and Total Recall.
I would say that this movie is my fourth favorite Arnold film.
Yeah,
because Terminator and Terminator 2 both are in front of this one, and
let's not forget Predator. I mean, we know how great that movie is too.
Yeah, Terminator 2.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Get to the chopper.
Conan needs to be high up that list too.
Oh, okay. Again, you asked me my favorite Conan movie, my favorite Schwarzenegger movie, and all that I can think is
You
this.
never know when some lunatic will come along with a sadistic choice.
Choice. That's right.
I cannot choose.
You can't choose between your children, can you? Can you, Martin? No, you can't. Yep.
The biggest coffee maker in the world.
God. Let's hope those never go off, dude. Good Lord.
And I don't agree with Cameron still that he said that. The reason why he didn't do the sequel is because terrorism isn't funny anymore. And I'm like going, the best way to hurt your enemy is to make fun of them. Hell yeah, you should do another one and make it another guy trying to blow up the world for, that kind of thing. Yeah, another terrorist. Make fun of them. Now, this is, even though this is a remake, this is a remake of a French film, La Totale was the original film. I think this is much better film. I think it's a much better written film. After I've read the synopsis of the original film, I'm like, no, this is better. It's a better story, better action, better comedy.
Yeah.
And I really like this film. Can you leave the question up while I'm responding to it, man? Because there might be other stuff. Might need to read on it. Find it was entertaining and plenty of depth or opposite of both. I think that actually for a comedy, it's got a really solid story.
Yeah.
It's not deep or meaningful or anything, but I love the fact that family is the central thing in here, love between two people. And they're both lying. Everybody lies.
Yeah. True Lies, baby. That's the name of the movie.
And I love that Arnold did a lot of his stunts in this too.
The thing, and I'm sure you guys would agree with me, when you walk out of a movie, if you're asking, I wish they'd have done this, I wish they'd have done that, then they haven't really done their job. In this movie, when you left, You're not saying that.
You never said that.
They
Yep,
didn't
I
pull
never
any
said it.
punches, man. They did everything you wanted to see in this movie. And I got to tell you, I'm a big stunt fan. In the final scene of this, it's got a killer stunt with the stunt woman and a guy at the bottom of a helicopter. It's fantastic. That shot, I don't know how they got that shot. It's got to be another helicopter.
And she did her own stunt in that, where
it's amazing.
She was tethered to the stunt man.
Yeah.
And the car goes over the thing, the bridge, and she's pulled up, but she is tethered in.
Yeah.
She's got a harness and everything underneath her outfit.
But man, what a shot. I mean, that was one of the greatest stunts ever shot, man.
The only part she didn't do herself was when her character gets pulled out of the car and the car goes away and then they fly over the bridge. That wasn't her. Everything else was her up there, dangling from Arnold's arm. And she said herself, she did stuff that she never imagined she would do and that she's never going to do again. But she had
right. Well, it's a Cameron movie, right?
Yeah.
He asks a lot of his actors, don't he? I mean, if you look at the people that made The Abyss, none of them would ever work with him again. You know what I'm saying? He damn near killed half of them.
Elizabeth Mary and Master Antonio, neither of them ever wanted to work with him again.
Yeah. I mean, Ed Harris damn near drowned in that
multiple times.
That liquid breathing scene, right? He damn near drowned doing that shit. So, yeah.
Michael Biehn had a scary moment too.
Yeah.
And he was on Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum, and I love that show. And
I do too.
He told the story of what happened to him. He says, "Yeah, it was a scary moment, man. We lost power, and I'm in the dark underwater, and I'm like, fuck."
Are you talking about the Actors Studio? Is that the one you're talking about?
No. Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I thought you were talking about the Actors Studio.
Lex
I love that
Luthor,
show too.
Smallville guy.
The guy from he's got his own show, and it's really good. He has some good interviews.
Ask me a question that I normally would lie to.
Are we gonna die?
Yep.
I'd say it's working.
Yep.
And the following moment is just, I mean, my God, when he said this, I laughed out loud in the theater.
Is there anything you want to tell me before we start?
Yeah. I'm going to kill you pretty soon.
I see.
I'm going to kill you pretty soon.
He's so relaxed. I love that scene. It's proof again that Arnold can act. This movie, he did a lot of actual. Thank you. Thank you. I just got lunch brought to me.
Nice.
So anyway, this is proof that Arnold can act.
Yes.
So,
yeah, he can act. He's got comedic timing. That's for damn sure. He proved that throughout his entire career.
I like
Junior
him better as a comedian.
Junior.
Great. Yeah.
Okay, we have this question from Lee.
I'm sorry, not Junior. Twins. I'm sorry. I said Junior.
Yeah.
Not Twins. Twins is hilarious.
Gary. Junior has one of the most terrifying scenes I've ever. The little baby with the Arnold face. That thing's
oh God, that scene.
I don't want to see that ever.
Oh, it's a funny movie.
To quote Werner Herzog, it must never be seen. You must never watch it.
There is like I showed it the other day. I posted over on Twitter. There are these food cans on them, and it's Werner Herzog vegetables, and underneath the name of the vegetable is a quote from him or a mock quote from him. So eating these peas have no nutritional value, and in the end, it means nothing in your life.
We were on set, and then Kinski talked about he was going to kill me and the crew, and then go back and have sex with his doctor.
He had a gun, and one time he pulled a gun out. Kinski was insane.
Yep, and a monster.
Whoa! We have Tom.
Tom is here. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Tom. And are we ever going to answer the question that we had from Lee? I started, so it doesn't get lost.
What was it?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Are we ever going to cover the Naked Gun and something else?
Oh, probably. Probably.
No, we cannot cover it because if we cover it, it wouldn't be naked anymore.
Right?
Well,
come on, guys.
Probably around the time.
I'm laughing on the
quicker than
inside.
Got
I'm
it.
laughing on the
Me
inside of
too.
that joke.
But Martin gets to make that jokes. He did that.
It was so funny, I forgot to laugh.
And he only has daughters, so we're letting it slide.
Anal fissures? I don't think he ever did that. I think you're making that shit up.
What?
What?
They're talking about the Rosenbaum show. Specifically when he had... I always forget his name. Stephen Amell.
Wait a minute. I was reading it. God damn it.
Oh, you're a slow reader. There you have it.
Well, I got objects in front of it because of the way our screen is set up. So I have to fucking try to read.
Bad, Gary. Bad.
Bad, Gary. Damn it.
What happened? He left the show?
I don't know. I haven't seen that episode.
He bails halfway through. I wonder what happened. Crazy. Nobody knows. Okay, fine. Fuck it. Tidbit regarding Herzog quote. It was the Bear Man documentary, and surprisingly, he recanted that quote.
Well, yeah, I know he said it was like, I still, that moment, scene, we're just going, you must never listen to it. Or the real crazy one is when he's being interviewed by Mark Kermode and he just gets shot in the middle of the interview. And he just keeps going on like, oh, it's no big deal. It happens. What?
He bailed halfway through, but picks up with him later. But why did he bail? That's kind of weird to do that in the middle of an interview. Something must have happened. And what are you talking about? He got shot. What are you talking about? He got shot. What are you talking about?
Werner Herzog. Yeah.
Herzog got shot.
Yeah. Well, being interviewed.
By whom?
I just said.
Well, say it again.
Mark Kermode.
Say it again.
Mark Kermode. Yeah, I know Mark. He got shot in the middle of the interview? How did that fucking happen? You're giving
literally
very info. Just
I'm
letting you
finding
know.
the clip right now, so you can see.
You don't have to show the clip. I just want to know, how the fuck did he get shot during an interview?
Someone just decided to shoot him. They're literally just standing in the middle of, like, on a hill. Goes back, and then suddenly there's just a boom. It looks down, and Mark Kermode's like, I think you just got shot. There's the clip if you want to see it. And then afterwards, he's just Werner Herzog's just like, it's fine, it's nothing.
Are you going to share it, Martin?
Yeah, it's in the private chat. No, I'm not putting that on air. They will gank us instantly.
Yeah, sure as hell. He reacted to it. Wow. Watch it, Gary. It actually happened. He's not making it up.
Oh, it was an air rifle.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Somebody hit him with a BB gun?
Yeah. I've been shot by those.
It's,
we used to have battles when I was a kid. I mean, I wore an M1 helmet and I had industrial arts goggles I stole from school and my football pads. And
I didn't wear football pads. I just put on a leather jacket and a helmet. You know,
my biggest fear was a friend of mine that died, Ricky Maxfield. Again, died in 2013 from complications from diabetes. He had one of those pump ones, and you would just sit there and he would pump it, get all that pressure. He took both his hands to be shaking, pumping that last pump into it. And I was just like, I do not want to get shot by that.
Shot with that, yeah.
I'm
Because
glad
it
he's
just
on my
makes it come
team.
out faster and harder. Yeah. Oh my God. Put that link in the chat so people can watch it. Kingsport Kel said he wanted to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
So this is leading up to the point where he tells her there's nobody coming to the rescue. It's just us, which is scary line in a comedy. It's just us. We are all there is.
Yep.
And so he's going to make his way down while she stays up there with the I think she's got a MAC-10 submachine gun.
Yeah, yes, that's the MAC-10 because she kind of drops it when she tries to use it.
Yeah, machine guns don't work that way, but it's funny as hell.
It is funny
all the time. So,
yeah.
You're my backup. I need you to back me up here.
Mm-hmm.
I love this.
It's cool because they're actually bonding. They don't even know it at that time. You know what I mean? They're in a life and death situation, and they got to get back to trusting each other and everything, right? When they haven't
This
really
is
trusted
great
each
for their
other in a while.
relationship.
Yes.
He takes out the first guy, then the second guy, and but then they hear him at some point. I can't remember. It's like right about now is when they hear him, and shit goes up, and then he looks up to her as one guy grabs him. Shoot him! Because the guy gets up around behind him and chokes him out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and she raring to go too, boy. Look at that look. She gonna get him.
So here we go.
At no time in the history of gunfire has that ever happened, but it's funny.
It doesn't work that way.
What always gets me is she's firing the thing, then she drops the thing, and her reaction is to go after it. The first split second, she's like, I need to.
Look, there's stupid people out there. They'll drop a knife.
People that have never been trained around guns would do some shit like that. They would. They would. Believe that. Rock in front of people when they're pointing down range and stuff. Yes, they'll do stupid stuff. How many times did you see somebody get yanked backwards by a drill sergeant, Gary? I mean, because they were walking in the wrong direction, you know?
I've seen people in professional kitchens get hurt because they tried to catch a knife. And I mean, a falling knife has no handle. Step back, get the fuck out of the way.
It's a reflex.
Get out the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're always taught, step back when you drop a knife. Don't try to catch it.
Always, yeah. And get your feet out of the way.
Yeah, Boy Scouts always taught blood circle, stay the hell out of.
And I screwed up once doing that. The minute I did it, I regretted it. I was like, oh, God damn it. Why'd you do that? You know better.
This is a great stunt right here, too. I love this right here. That was fantastic. The timing of that explosion and that stuntman diving off the pier is perfect. They've got some really good shots of stunts in this movie.
No, Bush, it wasn't an Uzi, it wasn't a MAC-10, and it's not a machine gun. Machine guns are way, way bigger. Most of the time, they are crew operated.
Not everybody is as knowledgeable about weapons as
you.
are.
And Hollywood has done a terrible job educating people.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're movies. They're fake.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. You know.
Yeah. But yes, that is a MAC-10. And by the way, I think it's the same model that Kurt Russell uses in Escape from New York.
Could be, but he's got a big ass silencer on his.
Yeah.
I never understood that. I never understood that. But it makes the gun look cool. It does.
Oh, well, the silencer also makes it more accurate because it's also a barrel extension.
Yeah, I was fixing to
I'm going
say
to
it's
look for
really
that
long.
when we rewatch the movies for Monday.
Oh.
If it's the same.
Oh man, looking forward to that one Monday. Really am. Was shocked
Me
you were
too.
putting that on Military Monday, but he was in the special forces, right?
Yep.
He was in the special
Yeah.
forces, right?
And Joe, it has been planned for like a year, if not longer. Matinee already had a
No.
slideshow. We just never did it for whatever weird reason.
Well, I meant I could see it on a Saturday, but a Military Monday, I didn't expect it there. But that, I mean, that's cool. That means it's on a show I'm on regularly. I can't wait to talk about it because I'm a John Carpenter fiend. I love John Carpenter's movies. I love them all. I have a friend of mine that I went to school with, known him since we were knee-high to a grasshopper, and every year we get together and have a John Carpenter night and have a few beers. And
Even
we watch
Memoirs
different
of an
movies.
Invisible Man.
What's that?
Even Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
No, no. Mm-mm. The Chevy Chase movie? No. No. I don't watch all of his movies, but he's got some great ones.
I need to clarify something. I have never invaded the States. I have never been on the States. So I don't know what Bush is talking about here. It is not me.
What?
Machine Pistol. When Martin is Ken invaded Miami.
Nope, I didn't.
Ken, he's not from Cuba.
About Cubans. Yeah.
He's not from Cuba.
What? He's American though, so he's not the best in geography, I guess.
Yeah.
Like they called them Dixie Cup guns.
Like I'm not even from.
They called it that.
I've never heard
I'm
that
even from
nomenclature
South America, and I'm
before. That's
offended.
wild. When it's MC, throw it away. Get another one. I hear you. Yeah.
Ooh, who goes from Mars? Kingsport. That was a low blow, Kings.
Ghost for Mars. Yeah. Look, not all of his movies are the greatest, but he's got some great movies, though. I think the last time we got together, we watched The Thing, The Fog, and The Prince of Darkness. That was the 3 movies we watched.
So here we go.
What we should have. I thought that was awesome. That was awesome.
This clearly they didn't learn what old Drill Sergeant Joe said.
Dude, I was going to tell you to splice that audio in the first scene.
That's exactly what should have happened to all those guys that Rambo saved in the Rambo movie. Whenever he shot.
Here we go. We got another clip.
That line flight switch Mavericks. 2. These missiles won't set off those nukes, will they?
Negative. That's a negative, Flying 01.
That look you get is so fucking funny.
Bush wants to know from what movie is the clip of Captain Die.
Oh, that's from Invaders from Mars.
I was fixing to say when Mars attacks, isn't it?
No.
Okay, Invaders from Mars. All right.
That is one of my favorite clips.
It's Dale's first movie.
Okay. It's the comedy with Jack Nicholson?
No.
The comedy with Jack Nicholson is Mars Attack.
That's what I said. Okay. I must not have seen the one you're talking about.
What I'm
Invaders from
talking about
Mars.
is a remake of a film that came out in '59.
Gotcha. I got to check this out. I want to see it. But yeah, man, they're having the cat fight in the limo, swinging champagne bottles. You know that gotta hurt. Woo!
Oh, we have that great scene coming up.
That's some tough glass right there. Friggin' champagne bottles will bust somebody up. Ugh.
Blowing up that bridge, man.
Yeah.
We watched a couple of making of videos, Gary and I, the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And about the major work that they did. And that bridge scene was, I mean, we're talking the 90s. They were doing stuff. No CGI, the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep,
like I say,
I
the only part
missed
of
it.
that stunt that she didn't do herself was when her character is being pulled out of the car and the car falls away and the helicopter flies off. That
That's
wasn't
the
her. But
shot
she's
I
standing
love,
there
man.
screaming. That's
It
a
is so
stunt
great.
woman. But
Yeah.
everything else she did.
Mhm.
And she had fun.
Jamie Lee's been around for a while. She's done a lot of stuff.
She's great.
This is a great stunt, though, man.
Yeah.
You don't have this clip, do you, Gary? Because it's awesome. I mean,
maybe
they pull her out right at the last second. It's so great.
No, they don't pull her out.
No, she just hangs on, and
the car
just
falls,
away.
and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
That is
Okay.
awesome.
That is Gary at the custom waiting for Anima to get back off the plane, get out of the plane. Come on, baby.
What? Okay.
Yeah, she's getting into it now, right? She's all ready to high five everybody. Get off that helicopter.
Yeah, she screams. It's great from elation. She's so excited.
I don't get this. If somebody can explain this to me,
What?
this comment.
I don't even know
Bush?
how to pronounce that.
Bush, are you okay? Do you need help? Do we need to send someone?
Somebody
Are you
call an
having a
ambulance for
stroke?
Bush.
Yeah. Do we need to call
I think he's having
911?
a stroke.
Oh, the sign.
Oh, no. Okay. It's because that's it, the file I use is an
parking.
international version.
No parking. No parking
Parking.
mirror. Yeah, okay.
It's because when they make the slideshow, they run it backwards. That way.
Yeah, and we really missed Ariel Ballet in chat.
No.
pointing out that
This
everything
is the
backwards.
Australian version of the film.
I think last I
Well,
checked,
no,
she was
then it
she
would
was
be
still in the
upside down.
hospital, so she had a seizure.
What?
God, what was it, Martin? Wasn't it Tuesday night? When I was
Yes.
doing my show?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah.
But last night she was on John's show,
Yep.
and she's doing better. She's again in the hospital. She should be discharged soon, and
She'll be back to trolling us soon. Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
hope so.
Oh, she trolled enough last night, man. That
We
was
miss
a
her.
show.
Yeah, it happened when I was doing my show Tuesday night, and her dad got on there and told us that she was on her way to the hospital.
God damn. I hope she's.
I feel so sorry for her.
She's
Never
got
stops.
she's got some kind of medical condition that she's really Some people, I've got a client right now that she's had a lot of. I asked her when I was checking her in. I said, "Is there anything you don't suffer from?" And she was like, "Not really."
Oh,
Some
boy.
people are just like that. I mean, they have a lot of medical conditions.
Yep.
She happens to be one of them, and she's got a great attitude. You would think she'd be a lot more on the downside, but Ariel she's a puncher. She's a fighter. I like her a lot.
All right,
If you're out there
before I
watching,
go,
young lady, get in the chat. We love you.
Everybody loves Ariel Ballet.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
Yep.
okay, can I go?
Go.
I've had this on pause for a little bit here because this is an important scene. This is where he takes off in the Harrier and delivers one of the better jokes in the film where he says, yes, he has hundreds of hours in the Harrier, and then he fucking grinds a tire into the police car.
Totally
Showing you-
destroys the car. Yeah.
Totally fucking destroys the car. I love this, but here's also the clip.
The nuclear
Romance
kiss,
is
if you
not
will.
dead, baby.
Tell me a stuntman used in this film as well as actors doing their own stunts. I always thought the actors are too expensive to risk and could hold the filming up. Well, a lot of times they say the stuff where they got to do stuff like that to shoot last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Alan Rickman in Die Hard, when they dropped him, they made sure that was the last shot.
Oh, yes.
I love Harriers.
Guys, that was 40 years in the past. It was easier to pull off shit like that back then. Nowadays, insurances wouldn't have that fly. I'm pretty sure it would be so hard to have them do their own stuff.
Yeah, and after Rust, I imagine it's going to be even worse.
Yeah, but back then, if they kind of had an agreement, okay, we'll let you do the scenes, but we shoot them after the whole movie is in the can. I mean, why not?
But they don't do
You can
that
then
anymore
always,
because now
if
they can
something
just
happens, you
CG
can
it.
always switch them out for a stuntman because all the acting stuff is already in the can. But nowadays, they're like, oh, hell no.
Anima, Bush says something that I completely agree.
Oh,
I
know.
Feel a new pain in my body.
This wasn't 40 years ago. This is
like, stop it.
I'm sorry. I crossed that threshold 2 years ago. So yeah, I know. I feel you.
This was the 90s, so you know.
And the 90s were 10 years ago. I know.
No, the 90s were yesterday.
Okay, yeah, I can live with that. Let's go with that.
Okie doke.
I mean, my daughter was born in 99 and she's 25.
Yep.
No, they're right. Thank you.
And
she will be in a month,
now.
right?
So, yeah.
Gary.
Yeah, August.
Yeah.
And I always like reminding her, I said, she goes, but I'm not too old yet. I said, you're only a year away from the year I was too old to join the army.
It's not going to impress her.
Because I was 26. And she goes, oh.
Yep, it's coming, baby. Age. You're just getting there 1 second at a time.
Lester did a really good job in this scene, selling this.
I was finishing up my bartending career in 99.
I was in high school in 99, so.
Me too. Me too. That was my last year.
You're the kiddies of the group. Okay.
I think Shanatsky is even younger than I am.
I'm not going to ask a woman her age. I'm a gentleman.
Gary has dated me before. I was born.
Yeah, right, gentlemen.
You go, Kingsport Cal. I'd love to be 42.
26, Anima. Wonderful.
42 is a great age. I mean, 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. What's not great about that? I like my age.
Literally.
Bye.
Hasta.
Oh, and Bush is leaving too.
Bummer. See ya.
Oh, see you, Bush. Take care,
Bye,
buddy.
Bush.
Don't forget to post food porn in the group on Twitter.
And we mean nice looking food, not porn with food in it.
Are you kidding? He's a chef. It's amazing.
Yeah, he puts all kinds of great looking stuff in that thing.
Right.
Yeah. And he still hasn't freeze-dried it and sent it to Gary.
Make you want to eat your phone looking at it.
Well, you can actually send food overnight with dry ice.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Yep.
Gary's always asking for that. Hasn't happened yet, but who knows?
He just sends dried out food and go, hey, Gary, I just thought I'd remind you of how old you are.
Bye Bye Love. I do not know that movie.
Eliza Dushku, I mean, she's not that good of an actress.
She's good in this as a kid.
Yeah.
She was a good actress as a kid. I don't care much for her now.
No, but if you ever saw her trying to be multiple people in Dollhouse, she just couldn't do it. Like, to me, the person I think best pulled off in recent memory, like pretending to be multiple people,
Tatiana
was
Maslany.
Jeffrey Donovan in Burn Notice. He did a really good job.
I'm sorry,
Tatiana
I'm
Maslany, man.
Tatiana Maslany in Orphan Black. Holy shit. And she had no.
I haven't seen Orphan Black, so.
She plays multiple clones of herself. I think in total she has like 17 characters or more. And there's scenes where you have 3 clones or 4 in the scene, and it's all her, and she has nobody to play off of.
I've never watched a single episode of that.
It's just her, and she has to do the scene multiple times with 4 different
I love
characters.
that
She's nailing it. I love it too.
I love that show until the last season. That was the same shit that the Games of Thrones, the last season.
Yeah, they had weird shit happen. Also, they had characters that weren't needed. Like the trans clone, I was like, fuck off. No one needed that.
Hey, Gary.
But
Look at that expression. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, in the previous slide, when they are on land and she's, oh my god, what is happening?
All right, so I've got clips to play, guys.
Go. Yeah, how can you not hear that shit coming up?
Why would you even...
Now
Wow,
that
I
is
fucking love that.
That is a 20 mil cannon. Those guys should have evaporated.
Of course.
that
We have to wait a
Matrix-
few years for Sylvester Stallone to show what it looks like when somebody gets hit by a 50.
You're fired.
It looks like they're hugging each other in the helicopter when they're
Yeah, it does.
They probably are, because it's supposed to be like them all like, oh shit.
Oh, they're like the Three Stooges.
Now, here's the thing: if you're getting fired with a rocket, you couldn't keep your eyes open. Yes,
Now, I don't recall this scene in the original cut. Was this in the original cut? Because this is the newest cut. Okay.
Yeah, this was in the original where it's 1 year later and they go back to the party.
Yeah.
This was Zoe's favorite game, by the way, which was Thumb War.
Oh,
we used to do Thumb War all the time.
Who just mentioned the video game Wet? I play that all the
Read
time.
by nature. Yes,
Oh, dude.
she is the voice of the main character.
Yep.
Well, Multiplicity was Multiplicity was.
And this was
Boris and Doris, right? Yeah.
He did a bulk of his own stunts in this film. And I think there were only a couple that he didn't do. Diving into the water. He's in the water. He does the water scene, but not the dive into the water. And he didn't do the horse scene where he goes flying off the horse. And there's Bill Paxton. This is great. He's using it as one of his stooges. I love this.
Yep.
But the thing that terrified him in making this film was doing the fucking dance. He had to do the tango.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just as good as a Terminator would dance tango.
Yep.
This is such a great ending scene because they're having this big romantic dance. They don't care, and Tom Rawls just going, guys. They just get lost in the dance. It's awesome.
Yeah, I feel a little identified with that sometimes.
Right? You're the guy in the chair, and nobody's listening to you. Yeah. Yeah, great movie, man. One of the best ones that Arnold ever made. And James Cameron once again making a great movie. I mean, I didn't think he'd be able to pull off a comedy worth of shit, and he did a great job at it.
Yeah. Now, just let you know, Arnold had a near fatal accident on the set during the horse riding scene when his horse got startled and ran out of control. Schwarzenegger's managed to slide off the horse, but did this at a near 30-foot drop off. His personal stuntman saw what happened and was able to grab him before he went over the ledge.
Wow.
Again, that scene for the dance scene, he wasn't supposed to drop the tape recorder. He was actually startled when she fell.
Yeah.
The set of bra matching panties worn by Helen Tasker during the striptease scene were Jamie Lee Curtis's own clothing and attire. Curtis rehearsed the scene extensively with director James Cameron, and it was there and then that the fall she makes in the middle of the dance was conceived. And even though it's not spontaneous in the film, as some have claimed, Arnold was not told about it. And so he was actually, his reaction is real.
Okay. Kudos to the stunt person because of this.
Yeah, right? Imagine catching that meat hook. Good Lord. Yikes. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
That would be tough.
Oh yeah, it's
James
always
Cameron.
terrible when
Oh,
something has multiple titles.
in the scene, James Cameron can be heard as the helicopter pilot who says, "Yeah, she's got her head in his lap." Yahoo. The U.S. government, the Department of Defense, worked with this film, and they did supply 3 Marine Harriers for the film. And the scene where you see the helicopters do a flyby, the Harriers do a flyby the helicopter, they had done the flyby before and were told to stay at a certain range. And they flew by, and Cameron said, "We need you to fly a lot closer." And the Harrier pilots went, "Okay." And did it even though they were told not to.
No problem.
So that scene that's in the movie of them flying right by the helicopter was requested at the moment from Cameron, and they looped around and came right by the helicopter. That's fucking awesome. Those pilots are cool.
Yeah, they are.
They use real Marine aviators. Navy Marines don't usually say pilot; they usually say aviators.
Yeah.
In an interview, James Cameron said that the idea for this film was suggested to him by Arnold Schwarzenegger, whose brother-in-law, Robert Shriver, had shown him a French film called The Jackpot, and also known in French as Le Total. Schwarzenegger wanted to do a film like that because he thought the super secret agent character was interesting. Cameron was surprised because he had never seen Schwarzenegger suggest a project based solely on his interest in a character. So that's kind of cool.
It's very cool. Everything about this movie's cool.
Oh yeah, man.
And I still say the thing that I pull away from it every time is how great Tom Arnold is in this flick. I never thought in a million years he'd be that funny.
That scene when he's getting shot at is one of my favorite moments in the film.
He tries to get as skinny as he can, man. And we know he's
trying to hide his
not a
gut, and
skinny
then his
guy.
butt sticks out, and he tries to hide his butt. It's funny as shit.
And then when he checks himself and he touches his balls and says,
Right, yeah.
Okay. Tia Carrera named this as her favorite role because she got to play a villain.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis said that in his contract, Schwarzenegger would get top billing. I told you about this, and she had requested to be put above the name with him. He would still come first he still comes first. All men,
of course, always.
His name will be on the left and hers would be on the right. And Schwarzenegger absolutely agreed with it. She deserves it, he said. When asked during an interview whether his wife was bothered by him sitting there watching Jamie Lee Curtis strip, Arnold Schwarzenegger said that she asked him about it, and he assured her, "Honey, I hated every hour of it."
That is such a stupid question to ask actors. It's their job.
It is.
Nothing is
But
real. There's
here's
so many people around it. Nothing is
Here's
sexy
the funny
about it.
part. Here's the funny part, though.
Jesus.
Yeah, she should have been worried about the housekeeper.
Oh.
That's who he was actually banging. Jamie Lee Curtis called the film without question the greatest experience of my professional life.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about her volume of filmmaking up until that time, it was the biggest budget movie she was ever in up until that time.
Absolutely.
For sure. because she had
And-
been doing mostly. She was the Queen of Scream. She was doing the horror stuff,
comedies, stuff like that.
Yeah, comedies. Yeah.
The soundstage where they shot the Harrier scale model was the largest 180-degree green screen background ever built.
Wow.
The appearance and traits of Spencer Trilby, Charlton Heston, is based on Nick Fury, a Marvel Comics character. Like Fury, Trilby has an eye patch and the same mannerisms, as well as heading a peacekeeping organization. At one point, Cameron wanted to be a comic book penciler and does a lot of his own concept art. He even designed the entire T-800 endoskeleton.
Oh yeah, he did the sketches for. He did. Those are all his sketches in Titanic. That's him.
Yep.
He drew all that stuff. Yeah.
James Cameron originally hired a team of writers to help him come up with the film's jokes. However, after being mostly unsatisfied with their work, Cameron let them all go and decided to try his own hand at comedy. He wrote the script from scratch and kept only 2 jokes from the team. The rest were all his.
Wow. Hey, you say what you want about the guy. He's a great filmmaker, man. He is. You know.
Yeah.
And this thing that a lot of people think he's a dick. Well, you know what? Just about every great filmmaker I've ever heard of, it gets called a dick by the people
he is
that
a
work
dick.
for him. Yeah.
I have problems with him because he's dicked over people I know. And same with Spielberg, you know. But fact is, I can't take it away from him. Everything up to Avatar I thought was great.
Yeah.
And Avatar is just garbage. I fucking hate the first film.
I
don't
get it either. I don't get it either. I'm like, this is Cowboys and Indians, and the Indians win. Whatever. You know.
I think that the story worked better when it was called the Smurfs.
It's worse. It's transhumanist crap.
Yeah, I'm over that shit.
You know, the first one made a ton of bread, and I never understood the big appeal.
Second one made a ton of bread, like $2.5 billion. I'm like, I don't understand this.
Yeah, I don't rewatch them. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I used to think that the movie Hercules in New York and Hercules Goes Bananas were 2 different movies. I had no idea that they were the exact same film. Now you know, Slasher Fred. Yeah, Heston is in this film. Yes, he is. He plays Schwarzenegger's boss.
And I want a prequel about that character.
Yeah, and he's got a cooler scar than Nick Fury, for sure. Yeah.
And he probably got it from a cooler thing than an alien cat.
Than a cat scratch fever.
Oh my God, don't remind me of that. I thought we were talking about real Nick Fury.
Let me get that right. The Flurkin. Yeah. Not cat. Flurkin.
According to Guinness Book of World Records,
vagina.
Okay, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, this is the first movie to have a production budget of $100 million, and this made it the most expensive movie at the time, breaking the record of James Cameron's previous movie, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. It would lose this record the next year to Waterworld. But Cameron would win it back again with Titanic. I want that fucking record, God damn it.
Right, I want that record. But see, the difference is though, all of Cameron's money was on the screen. In Waterworld, half of their budget sunk in Hawaii. If you remember, that whole set for the for the town sunk, and they had to rebuild it. Yeah.
Yep. Tom Arnold said that he has the exact same chemistry in real life with Arnold Schwarzenegger off camera as he did on camera, and they became good friends during this production.
Slasher Fred, didn't help, of course. Even I do own that movie with the Hoff.
Oh, this is interesting. During the final tango scene with Helen slides onto the ground, Jamie Lee Curtis said this was because they had rehearsed it so much that her leg was exhausted and she couldn't hold her weight, and she struggled, and she just went to the ground.
Wow.
So there you go.
Well, that is a dance move in tango. So
yeah, so it worked. It worked. Harry's horse, the police horse, was played by 4 different horses because they had to do 4 different kinds of actions. Each one was trained for each specific thing. Arnold Schwarzenegger said that this was the film I was meant for. And I like that. It's true. I couldn't imagine any other person playing this character.
No.
It's
fantastic.
Eliza Dushku broke some ribs during the filming of her Harrier jump scene. It was later revealed that by Dushku that this is likely wasn't entirely an accident.
What?
Yeah. Here's the thing. She said she was for 12 or 14, no, 13 years old during the filming, and the stuntman, she accused her stuntman coordinator of molesting her.
That's from this film. Okay.
Do remember
Yes.
that. Do remember that happening. Yes. Mhm.
And
That's the same stunt coordinator that saved Arnold.
Mhm.
So, gosh. Did anything ever come from that? Legally?
Well,
no,
I
because
don't know, but I do remember that story. Yeah.
Cameron had known Jamie Lee Curtis since she had been directed by his ex-wife, Catherine Bigelow, in Blue Steel, and always wanted to work with her. However, his friend Arnold Schwarzenegger initially did not see her as Helen, his on-screen wife. Not wanting to hurt Cameron's feelings, Schwarzenegger relayed the message to his agent, and Cameron respected his wish. He auditioned many actresses to find a replacement, but after watching Curtis in A Fish Called Wanda, he knew that it had to be her.
One of the greatest comedies of all time, dude.
Absolutely.
Oh my
God.
God.
It is on my list of top 10 comedies ever written for a film.
You know what's funny?
Man, he's going
many
to kill me.
things, as many things that Kevin Kline did in his career, he gets the Academy Award for that flick, for that part. It was I loved it. I loved the fact that he won it for
He
that.
played that
one right
brilliantly, man.
Oh, he did.
Really did.
He did.
And
Oh,
yes,
no.
we do. I know this, Slasher Fred. I've seen that with David Hasselhoff. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, we've seen it. Yep.
I remember when it aired, and I was just like, "Oh, this is terrible."
Oh no, it's Ken coming to kill me.
Kill me. I lost my stutter. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
That movie's a riot.
What
Don't call me stupid.
What hotel by the airport? The car.
The cat. The cat. The Cascoff Towers.
Towers. Fucking movie.
It is fantastic, man.
Fierce Creatures is, look, we were expecting a sequel and had been asking. Fans had been asking for a sequel. And what they gave us was the same cast, but in a whole new movie, whole different story. And
I've never
it was
seen
enjoyable. Absolutely enjoyable, but it is nowhere near as fun as the original film. I think they probably would have done better with a sequel to show where these people were. Because when you hear that he became the head of the secret police of Bolivia or some country in South and Central America, it was like, yeah, I could see him doing that. Yeah. But I do like the film Fierce Creatures, just nowhere near as much as I enjoyed.
I've never seen it. I heard it wasn't a sequel; it was just the same cast, and I was like,
no,
man.
it's just that's it. That's what I just said. We wanted a sequel. The fans were asking for a sequel, and instead of a sequel, we got a whole new film, but with the same actors. And Kevin Kline plays 2 characters, and he plays his father and the son.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Both of them with Australian accents for some reason. He likes doing accents, is what I figured.
I love it when actors do that, man. One of my favorites is Cat Ballou, when Lee Marvin plays the brother gunslingers in it. Yeah, he's awesome in that flick. He won an Academy Award for
his
that
twin brother. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, and when he accepted the award, he stood up there. He says, "Half this award belongs to the horse."
Right? Oh my God! Some of the short shots. That one of him leaning against the wall and the horse cross-legged. It's awesome. That's one of my favorite movies ever. I love Cat Ballou. Even though I know it's got Hanoi Jane in it, folks, don't riddle me about that. But she was gorgeous, and it was before that was happening. So
Well, I always look at I just say separate the art from the artist. I've watched other films with her that I thought were great. I'll still watch them, but I can't stand her. I think she's a scumbag.
She is. She's a total pain in the ass. But you know what? Two
A
of my
traitor,
favorite movies.
too.
She's in them.
The Alfred Aiding Comfort to the Enemy.
And
Clue.
China Syndrome.
Clue is a film that I want to do. I love
Clue.
the movie Clue.
Clue is fantastic.
And,
yep.
So, but anyway, that's it, guys. We're finished. I think Anima's fallen asleep.
Speak for yourself.
I was fixing to say, we're just getting rolling. What's up, Garrett?
No, she has not fallen asleep.
The following people are gay.
We know, Gary. You know.
Hey, run the bum, chicky bow bow.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Do it. Do it now.
I love it.
I forget what is that the main one?
Oh, we used it on Wednesday. So it
Yesterday.
should be there. Oh, yesterday, right? Oh, you're gonna love the joke.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what yesterday was. Yesterday was TGIF.
TGIF?
Yeah, House of the Dragon.
There it is.
Wow. You know.
Isn't that great? You need that for a show like House
love
of the
it.
Dragon.
So that's it, guys. We're out of here. I'm done for the day. I want to thank everybody for dropping in. Penny, Tim, Slasher Fred, Dragon Ruse, Nadia. It's Lee David Anthony, right? Or Lee Anthony Davis. It's because you
Lee
have
Anthony
his
Davis.
name. Yeah.
Just say
Read
Lee,
by
he knows.
Nature, Boosh, War Monkey, Vinkman's Girl, Kingsport Cow. All of you guys, I appreciate you stopping by and tossing us your 2 cents. And thank you, Six, for stopping by and for the super sticker. Deeply appreciate
I'm
it.
still hoping she's going to join us sooner or later for a panel. I want to be on with her.
She says she's done. I'm not going to push her.
I was fixing to say, I haven't seen her on anything. So, yeah.
He shows up
You
when
go
she
Six.
feels like it. He shows up when she feels like it. And
Yep.
it's always appreciated. So that is it. We are out of here. Everybody have a great Saturday and have a great weekend. And we'll see you on Monday with Military Monday, where we'll be talking about Escape from New York.
Have a nice weekend.
Ernest
Such a
Borgnine,
day.
man. Ernest Borgnine.
Everybody's heard about the bird. That was no rock. It was a rock lobster. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
That's all, folks.